How much Pokemon have you played, Rick?
About 4 hours.
Okay. Let's talk about that real quick. It seems pretty divisive review-wise. I wanted to bring this up because, the major outlets are giving it between 8 and 10s, 8s and 9s, and some almost 10s. But on Metacritic, I guess it's still down in the 80s.
It's 81%.
81, which is not a bad game at all.
But I think a lot of that, unless it's changed, I think a big reason for that is a lot of the big outlets haven't actually put a number on their rating. A lot of them hadn't.
Okay.
A lot of them were no number yet.
Is it still at 81?
GameSpot gave it a 90, Game Informer an 88, EGM, but then after that, I think Kotaku doesn't have a number on it. Yeah. So I think that's a big reason why. So it's hard to just go off Metacritic.
So, okay. Yeah, I get you. So we talked about this with Death Stranding 2 weeks ago, and how I think it's hilarious that game is 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100 masterpiece, or 4 out of 10. This game is the fucking worst.
And a lot of those high reviews are coming from out of the U.S.
There's a few from inside.
Some, but I'm just saying.
But I just think it's hilarious. There's no like I said about Death Stranding. There's no way that game is the greatest game ever made and then the worst game ever made. It's probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And I found that I did a lot of research on the reviews, and I find a lot of the reviews that are knocking Pokemon are knocking Pokemon for a very specific reason. One, it being Pokemon, and surprise, surprise, it's fucking Pokemon, which is not a surprise.
Oh, I thought this game was called Digimon.
Yeah. And the thing that everybody's complaining about is the Pokedex and how it's gen locked and you don't have a lot of previous gen Pokemon in the game.
Did they finish the game?
Huh?
Did they finish the game? How do you know?
Well, because the list is out.
Oh.
Yeah. There are some returning, but the majority of them are new from this generation.
Wait, you're saying that it's locked to just this gen?
For the most part, yes.
Because I caught a Growlithe.
Yeah.
The first gen.
I know. There's some exceptions, but here's the thing. I went through this with Gran Turismo 5, where everybody complained about that game because there were quote-unquote premium modeled cars and standard modeled cars.
Yeah.
And the standard modeled cars, they went out of their way to smooth everything out on the outside of the car, but didn't do anything with the inside interior, so there was no in-car view. Because they were working off video and photos from 1994, from the original Gran Turismo that came out in 96, and to go through and either rephotograph or re-record the audio for those cars, they were like, well, we'll use the existing stuff, smooth it out, and put it in. And that's what would have happened with this game if they brought every Pokemon over. This is the first one in HD. Do you know how hard it would have been to take a fucking 8-bit black and white wireframe from Game Boy, and then they'd have to redraw, reanimate, re-render, and then put it in the game? This game never would have fucking come out. What is there, over 1,000 Pokemon now, right?
Probably, yeah.
This game never would have fucking come out because of the time and money it would take for them to do that. I'm sure there's a process where they're working on getting that stuff up-resed and redone so they can put it into a future game, or maybe even put it into this game. But you want a Pokemon game on your home console, but you can't have everything because, again, you take that fucking 2D sprite and try to
They'd have to infiltrate, destroy, and rebuild.
Yeah. And it's one of those things, everybody's complaining about that, and it's like, get over it. Maybe your favorite obscure Pokemon isn't in this Pokedex, but just chill out. It's still a Pokemon game, and it's exactly what you wanted. It's a fucking Pokemon game. They didn't try to reinvent the wheel.
Maybe they're just trying to focus on what's new.
Exactly. And that's what
I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that they don't have all of them there.
There's some people.
I wish. Yeah, I did not know this. So this is new news to me. This doesn't make me angry. I just think okay, well that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But this is a new game with new Pokemon, and honestly, I love I'm first gen Pokemon lover, and this new one, I'd rather learn these new Pokemon than going back to my old regulars. I mean, not to say I'm gonna try. I'm wishing now that hopefully there's a Psyduck somewhere in this world.
I'm sure there is.
Because it is pretty popular Pokemon. But yeah, I don't see.
He's not gonna be a main character in the movie and then not be in the game, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, it sucks. I kind of like I didn't know this, and now I'm kind of like, okay, well, what about like? I think I saw Metapod, which I think is kind of like the most useless Pokemon there is. I mean, but I think that one turns into Butterfree. But anyways, I'm getting off track.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is like, okay, that sucks, but if they can come out later with an update that has it, then all is good.
So it's just the process, man. And like people need to respect the process. Like, not every game can be like Smash where they're able to go in and bring everybody back for this game. You know what I mean? Because Smash doesn't go back as far as Pokemon. Like the first 6 games, I guess, they released 2 at a time. But like the first 6 things are on original Game Boy.
They were on Game Boy, yeah.
And then
Before that is a card game.
And then Game Boy Color, right?
Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance. And then DS, and then 3DS. Like, anything that they had done for 3DS is probably maybe moving forward. But there's so many things, like, they would have to take so much time for those artists to redraw, animate. Like, it's ridiculous to ask that of them.
So since I'm the one taking most of the shit this week on the show, I would like to now go to the chat and spread the shit a little bit. So Cheesy Plays, huge supporter of the show, says to you, no, that's a bad excuse. Let me read all of it. Because X and Y and Sun and Moon have more of the other generation Pokemon. Yes. Broken Wolf says, you're also a big supporter of the show. Wolf, thank you. You're a $1 billion game company. They could do it. Cheesy Plays says, I mean, they even have Pokemon Go with 3D models, ... So...
true.
Not the same animation style. Completely different. Not real HD. Pokemon Go is a goddamn phone game. X and Y are DS games, so up-resing that stuff to 3DS isn't going to look as bad as taking that model and up-resing it to HD. And as far as the $1 billion company, the reason they're a $1 billion company is because they don't waste capital doing stupid shit like trying to force everything into the game.
So
I disagree. I don't think it's stupid. I think they should do it eventually.
Cheesy sort of disagreed with Wolf to the whole you're a $1 billion company, they can do it. He said no. And Wolf replied and said, Cheesy, I'm not saying it needs to happen overnight, but it can be done.
Yes, over time.
Yeah, it can be done over time.
But if you wanted it at launch, then this game never comes out. This game doesn't come out till Switch 2.
Then Cheesy says, I give it a few months when they add maybe each region and whatnot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Cheesy says, just say the first 6 regions. Then Cheesy says, this is the best comment of the day. Bryce trying to scroll and read all this is giving me life. Wolf says, haha, right? So, yeah.
All right. I see where you're coming from, and I see where other people are coming from. I just think it's a ridiculous ask, and
let's go towards the game now, because I want to talk about the game.
That line of, well, they're a $1 billion company. I fucking hate that when it comes to anything. Like, throwing money at a problem doesn't always fix it. It takes time. It takes man hours. It takes people. It's not just money. Money is the facilitator, but the thing that actually gets the work done are human beings, not fucking robots. And I don't like the crunch culture of video game design. Mm-hmm. People don't need that. You cannot mentally and physically break down your staff like that. So, Rick, tell me about the game and what you like.
I said I was not aware of that, but I like that because now I'm learning all these new Pokemon. Mm-hmm. I'm having fun with the game. I liked it, started playing it, and wow, this is a Pokemon game.
How's it look?
Which is a great thing to say. Mm-hmm. It looks great. I love the HD of it.
I haven't seen it on TV yet. I've only seen it on
I've only played it on my television.
Okay.
It looks great. The starter Pokemon, I chose Scorbunny.
Okay.
Because I always pick Fire type. Yeah, it's 3D Pokemon, you know? It's like you can walk anywhere.
Yeah, does the world
you can go
feel
anywhere.
Big? I feel like in some of the trailers the world seemed like it seemed like almost like an open
world. I haven't got too far, but there is a train station. I did get on the train and I went to a completely different place, which is another open
My son already has the Leaf Gym badge. So
I haven't even got to the gym yet. I finished this opening ceremonies, and then I'm already going. I think I'm going to. Is that the first gym?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm on my way there. I ended up just stopping it there last night. I kind of wanted to get that first gym badge out of the way so I can talk more.
Yeah.
But
should have brought Michael with me.
I mean, if somebody wasn't on Disney Plus on Thursday night, you probably would have been a little bit further Pokemon fan.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll have more to say later when I play more of it. But the looks of it and the feel of it is great. The tall grass. There's also like regular Pokemon that you just see walking around, and if you run into those are much more powerful than what you're actually at.
Yeah.
So like, if you try to capture one of those, it's pretty much impossible.
Yeah.
But you can interact with them.
Yeah, Michael had battled one earlier today. Actually, this morning before I left, it was a not random encounter, which I think is great that it's not random anymore. It's all
you can actually choose to run into which Pokemons you want to,
so
which I love.
He was bummed out because he fought this Pokemon and he got its health all the way down to a little bit, but it said he couldn't throw a ball at it because its guard was still up. And he was like, ah. And I go, yeah, dude, I think that's the nature of the in-world battles now. You're going to have something to bring his guard down and not just, usually you just take him down and then...
Yeah, you just take him down to a little bit, throw the ball, and it captures him.
But he's like, Dad, what is this saying? I can't throw the ball. It's like the only time he's asked me to read something for him so far in the game, which I think is great. He's doing it all by himself. And I was like, oh, it says you can't throw it because his guard is still up. And he's like, I guess I'll just kill it. But yeah.
You don't kill him, you make him faint.
Yes. But he's really enjoying it too.
Yeah,
this is his first Pokemon experience.